All right, so let me explain to you about drama. Drama is you coming before the court and not addressing the court properly. Drama is using slang and not proper English coming before the court.
A young defendant facing the consequences of poor decisions and a troubled past. From late arrivals to dealing with drug abuse, it's a chaotic journey through the court system. Will he take responsibility and make the changes he needs, or is his fate sealed? Stay tuned for the twists ahead.
All right, where are we on discovery?
We've got the discovery judge. An offer has been tendered, and I just need to reset to go over the offer with my client, kind of go over things, make sure he understands. Mom, who hired me, would also like to be in that meeting, so I'm sure she'll ask questions for things that he'll want to know. He just doesn't know to ask.
All right, how old are you?
20.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a 1 month reset for this case plea deadline date.
February 27th.
All right, why were you late for court?
I really don't got an excuse besides I got insomnia.
I'm sorry, what?
I really don't got an excuse, but I got insomnia.
He overslept, Judge, is what he's saying.
All right, so here's the thing. You need to be on time for court. Otherwise, you know what's going to end up happening? Whether you're 20 or 18, guess what? We'll make sure that you come on time. If you're not on time, we'll know where you are. You know how we'll know that?
Got my address.
I'm sorry, what?
I said, y'all got my address.
No, because you'll be in Orange and we'll bring you over from the jail. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
How far did you go in school?
In school?
Yes.
10th grade.
All right, why did you only go to the 10th grade?
I dropped out
Why?
because there was like a lot of drama.
All right, so let me explain to you about drama. Drama is you coming before the court and not addressing the court properly. Drama is using slang and not proper English coming before the court. So my advice is you probably want to get your GED so that you can get a job, because now it is hard to get good employment without at least a high school diploma. And even if you have a high school diploma, it's still hard. Guess what? People who go to college, and I'm not talking to people who go to college and they're getting a degree in philosophy, finding a job. I mean, people who are going to college, getting a degree in engineering, biology, they're all having a hard time finding employment. So you come along and you don't even have a 10th grade education and you're trying to get employment, it does not look good. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you employed?
I was employed.
So that's a no, right? You're not working?
No, ma'am.
So that means that your mom or somebody is supporting you, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So when you come back here on the 27th, you're going to come on time and you're going to address the court properly. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Maybe excuse?
Yes. Once you sign the reset form. Reyes, how are you doing?
So
Not good. All right. So you know what our issues are, right? You continue to use. That's not good. And if you use, you could end up dying from that, right? So what have you been doing to try to help yourself?
I've been trying to do like some research. Just like anger management and all that stuff that you've been telling me to do.
All right. Well, I mean, that's good, but we got to resolve the issue of the positive for, here you go. We have to resolve the issue of you being positive
Yes,
for drugs.
I have an appointment with the TAP agency for like drug use and all that.
Mhm.
And I have yet to even talk to him about like recovery and all that.
So who are you living with?
My parents.
All right. And I'm pretty sure your parents are probably taking what you say at face value and you're probably being dishonest with them. Am I right? Because nobody goes to their loved ones and they ask them, how's your day going? I don't know anybody, unless they're so far down the rabbit hole. I don't know anybody who will say, oh, well, I just used some cocaine today. So I'm going to try to get the help that you need. I'm not trying to revoke you at this point, but you're going to have to work harder. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
On remaining sober. So probation. Go ahead and get his TAP done. But I want to see if Lifetime Recovery is willing to accept him. And we're going to do a referral to felony drug court. And you need to let them know and be honest with them about your usage. Felony Drug Court is a treatment program to help you maintain your sobriety. They're going to give you the tools you need, but they can only do that if you're open and honest with them. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, Bashan, let's do an alternate amend for a TAP evaluation. Do a referral to felony drug court and lifetime recovery.
That lifetime for outpatient services.
Well, let's see if, I'm going to see about inpatient, if they deem inpatient treatment is appropriate for him. So if they deem that inpatient treatment is appropriate, you're going to be an inpatient, okay?
Better than prison.
Oh, it is, because
I
what
appreciate that.
you're looking at 20 years potentially. It's better than prison, and it's better than potentially your parents having to identify your body, because that happens. And I'm going to want 90 sober meetings in 90 days.
Yes, Judge. Another issue that we're, not necessarily an issue, but a subject that we are trying to get clarification on, or direction from the court is the restitution, Judge.
Oh, yeah, the money. I was gonna start making payments because I started a couple projects and I should be able to start paying off the delinquent owing, because I know it's up to like almost $500.
All right, what's the issue with restitution probation?
Your Honor, we just want to close out the matter of restitution. From my understanding, and, from the supplemental report received, the other party in the case, they're not looking for any restitution.
Okay,
And I did speak with the state, and they don't have any notes or anything in regards to this.
all right, then we'll close out the restitution.
Your Honor, last time we talked, remember when you were saying, that the restitution, you know, like if I had injured them and all that stuff, like but like I was trying to tell you that I didn't really do anything to them. And like, I swear, like I really do, because I know I waived my trial
Mhm.
away, but I don't know if there's any
All
way.
right, so let me just explain something to you. And what I'm telling you, I used to always tell my clients this. Now, number one, they're saying that there is no restitution amount, so there's not going to be restitution. But number two, you know what your trust level is right now?
0.
No. And I would tell my clients this all the time. It's not 0, it's less than 0. And because you've been living your life where you've been using and you've been dishonest, I'm sure with your parents, you never tell anybody, hey, I'm going out to use. So you have to build up your trust level now. Everything that you do has to be documented because people are going to question it. Do you understand? So we're going to close out the matter of restitution, but you're going to do the TAP evaluation. You're going to be referred to felony drug court. Make sure you do not miss that appointment. You understand?
So,
All right. Is there anything else?
no, Your Honor,
All right. Do better.
appreciate it.
All right. So, you know, a judge has just texted me. Somebody is claiming they are in trial in this court. And they are not. I'm not going to mention the name, but when they come in, I'm going to have to ask them, why are you claiming to be in trial in this court when you're not? And why do people do that? That is so easy to check. So the text message was, hey, quick question. Is this attorney in trial in your court? And I'm like, no, they're not. The only trial we held is with Mr. Stevens, and I believe it's Meyer. But that attorney's name is, and they're like, thank you, explanation point.
Just like that.
See, people are always saying they are in this court. Court is calling 2017 CR 9032, State of Texas versus Alfonso Christopher Diaz. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense.
Excuse me, Canton Longacre for Mr. Diaz.
Are you Alfonso Christopher Diaz?
Yes, ma'am.
Showing you what's entitled motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, I did.
Are you the same Alfonso Christopher Diaz who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2017 CR 9032 for the offense of assault felony second offense on September 26, 2017 for a period of 5 years. Is that you?
Yes.
State?
Your Honor, in violation of Commission Number 2, on or about the first day of June 2021, in Bear County, Texas, the defendant Alfonso Christopher Diaz did then and there fail to submit to drug testing as directed by the court officer, supervision officer, and or a duly authorized agent of the court in violation of Commission Number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
And Your Honor, we'll waive the remaining violations.
Any objections to the state's waivers?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Diaz, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2?
Yes.
Court would find violation of condition number 2 true. Is there an agreement?
Your Honor, we do have a good recommendation to enter an adjudication of guilt and to sentence Mr. Diaz to 2 years in the Texas Department of Elections.
Is that the agreement?
Your Honor, that is the agreement.
Mr. Diaz, are you asking the court to follow that agreement?
Yes.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes.
All right, the court will follow your agreement. Yes.
Excuse me. Your Honor, we would ask that Mr. Diaz be credited for all the time he has served in this case, which is quite a bit. I think it's 271 days.
All right. So here's my question. What has he done on probation?
Judge, he hadn't done much. To the court, I'm sure he's an absconder. Mr. Diaz felt he has serious mental health needs, resulting from severe head injuries. He felt he wasn't able to get the treatment he needed for it here in Bear County.
Well, I mean, not really, because counsel, I see that I've heard a previous motion to revoke for him. Now, mind you, this is from 2017. I know I wasn't on the bench on 2017, so I don't know what another judge did. But I know in this court, I always ask anybody, is there anything that they need that I haven't given them? Is there anything that probation is not doing that they feel that they haven't done? So if he didn't have mental health issues addressed, it's because he didn't ask for it. But we were here on April 28th for a violation of 5 and 15F. And I denied those motions, and I said he's enroll in the BIPP within 10 days of release from custody. And he was allowed to work, and we were asking, and I put in GPS. So has he done anything since he's been on probation?
No, Your Honor, he did not complete the CIPP. I believe he started the outpatient program, however, he was discharged unsuccessfully. No, we have not received any UAs from him. There has not been any payments for any type of dues.
So he has done nothing. What have you done since you're on probation? Would you like to address the court?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to raise your right hand. The state is going to have a chance to question you. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Alfonso Diaz.
All right, what have you done?
I was constantly going, I did sign up for the BIP program, but they wouldn't let me go without a negative COVID test. I did test positive for COVID and did again the following month. And I did do all of the outpatient program, but I didn't submit a drug test. That's why I was discharged. No, as far as the ankle monitor, they wouldn't take it off of me because they wanted me to pay $200, but you waived the fees and they just wouldn't have it. Me and my probation officer were supposed to talk to you about that, and that never happened.
So basically you have done nothing. Like the easiest thing to do is take a UA. You did not do that. Did you ever take a UA?
No,
All right. So that's something that's easy to do. Am I wrong in that assumption?
you know,
All right. Did you complete the BIPP course?
no, I was never allowed in. I have a proof email. You got a letter for it, an email from the people who do it.
So you're telling me since 2022, you have never been COVID-free to do a COVID exam. And actually, there's a motion to revoke that was issued for you July 20th, 2020. And I granted a BF and issued a judge's warrant because you didn't show up. And I'm sorry, it's April 28, 2021. You're telling me that since April 28, 2021, you never tested negative for COVID to start the BIPP course. Is that what you're telling me?
Judge, I have to say, I've never seen an MPR from 2021. The latest I've gotten is from 1920.
No, he didn't. Here it is right here. I think you were not the attorney at that time.
I believe you, Judge. I'm just
Yes.
saying, in my efforts to get all of the motions to adjudicate and revoke, up until this morning, the latest one I had was from 2018. After being assured I'd gotten everything. Finally, this morning, your clerk handed me one dated from 2020, said, sure me that was the last one. I have not seen them. 2020, the one I have in front of me is the last one I've gotten, and I just got it today.
Do you want that, counsel? Do you want more time? Because there's one from February 25th, 2019. And on that motion to revoke, he was not revoked and he was told to do certain things. And from that, and then there's a violation report from 2017, which I didn't consider because I was not the judge at that time.
Judge, I'm not sure it's necessary that I see them. What I do want to disagree with, if I may, is that your conclusion that he's done nothing. He wasn't able to complete the BIT program because of the COVID problem.
All right, I hear what you're saying, counsel, but you just told me that he absconded.
I just told you that what I intended to tell you was he believed he couldn't get treatment he needed as a result of the serious head injury that he has here in Barrett County. I know that's likely inaccurate, but that's what he believed. Believing that, he elected to go to Massachusetts, where he did get help for that in a number of respects. He obtained a job, which he still has with Walmart for, I suppose it's a union Walmart, for $18 an hour as a stalker. He has gotten counseling up
All
there.
right, but we're in the middle of him testifying. So does anybody want to ask him some questions? Because before me, what I have right now is he's done nothing.
I'll ask some questions.
Sure.
Mr. Diaz, where have you been living while you've been not reporting?
For the last 3 months in Massachusetts and North Adams.
What brought you to Massachusetts?
To seek help because it's a Commonwealth state, and I was immediately getting help for mental from my PTSD, and also I've been getting memory issues, so I decided to seek help for my for a neurologist.
So, but that was 3 months. So where were you before that time?
I was here. I was living in my apartment. I wasn't leaving. I had severe PTSD and severe anxiety, so I wasn't leaving home.
What caused your PTSD?
I was shot at when I was 14, and when I was arrested for the last MTR, I was arrested because I called the police. I was shot at again, and when I was 17 years old here in Bexar County, I was beat up while I was here before 17-year-olds were kept away from the general population.
Okay, have you had any contact with the victim in this case, Molly?
No, not so. No.
Do you have a new relationship?
She's the mother of my other 2 children, but it's purely civil.
And how old are your children?
My other 2, 12 and 11.
So you were in Bexar County. Did you have a phone?
No, I didn't. No.
Did you have a job?
I had lost my job due to me staying inside too.
Due to what?
Due to me staying inside, it was agoraphobia. I was afraid of going outside for any reason at all.
So this is what I don't understand. One, these are some questions I have. The first one being, did he have permission to go to Massachusetts?
I don't see anything in the system, anything such.
So we have him going to another state without permission. Two, there is treatment for PTSD here. If it would have been asked for, I would have ordered it, and it's not here.
Yeah.
So that's a problem. So what I'm looking at is someone who has behaved as though they're not on probation. And now they're coming to me with excuses as to why I should give them a minimum. And he's had a motion to revoke in 2018. March 2nd, 2018, according to the docket sheet. Then he had another one in November 6th, 2018. And let's say that, I don't know, that judge was like, I'm not listening to you about what you need. I'm not saying that's true, but let's just assume that's true. He came back here July 20th, 2020. A warrant was issued for his arrest. Didn't see him back till April 28, 2021 to address the same allegations that were in the previous motions. And what did I do? I denied it, told him to roll and bip. And he's up here working at a grocery store at Walmart. Well, working at Walmart, I don't know if it's Super Walmart or not. Did you give them a COVID negative test?
No.
All right. So he is trying to tell me, and if this is not what you're telling me, let me know. It appears to me that you're trying to tell the court that you could not prepare or get a negative COVID test since April 28, 2021. And that's why you can't enroll in BIP. So are you telling me that you've had a positive COVID test since 2021?
No.
So he didn't do BIP. He hasn't reported. He left this, not just the county, he left the state without permission. And he's saying he has, PTSD and he can't leave his house, but he sure left his house to go to Massachusetts.
I also left my apartment because there was construction and we got locked in. They lifted the building while we were still in it. So I had no choice but to leave that apartment and I had nowhere else to live.
Yeah, but I mean, you left with all of your mental health issues that you're telling me that I don't have any documentation of. You left not only your apartment, but you left and went to an entire different state.
Yes.
And I'm not a psychologist or a psychiatrist, but I will tell you in undergrad, I took enough psychology courses where I could have majored in it, but I just chose not to because that wasn't a field I wanted to go in. So you're telling me you can't leave your house because of a mental health issue, but all of a sudden, not only do you leave your apartment, which I understand they closed it down, but you're able to get to another state. And how did you get to that other state? Did you take the bus? Did you take the plane?
Drive.
All right. So you drive to an entirely different state. And I'm sure from here to Massachusetts, there is no car that will take you there without stopping at a gas station to fill up. How many times did you stop at a gas station to fill up?
I'm not exactly too sure every 300 miles, but I'm not the one who was getting out.
All right. So you drove there with someone else?
Yes, my wife. My kids.
All right. So he's driving around with his children. So I can tell you right now, I'm not following this agreement because you have done nothing. And to receive the minimum for doing nothing would not be fair. It wouldn't be fair to you to teach you a lesson. It would not be justice. I understand that sometimes people have built a new life for themselves and they want to forget about the past and act as though that never existed, but it did exist. And you have done nothing. So I'm not giving him 2 years.
All right, Your Honor. Given that the case, I've already canceled the witness I was going to testify this morning.
Oh, no, he's already pled true. I'm going to sentence you to 3 years in the prison. Give you credit for any time served. There's an affirmative finding of family violence.
Family's going to be homeless.
And there's to be no harmful or injurious contact with Molly, Mollie, Alvarez. All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
He did, Your Honor, under the impression that his sentence was going to be 2 years.
Well, no, because when I asked him, I said, do you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 2, the court could sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? And he said, yes. So, because this is not a plea bargain agreement, you do have a limited right to appeal, and that right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you were on deferred adjudication. Because this is an affirmative finding of family violence, and also because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you.
After numerous violations, the judge sentenced Alfonso Diaz to 3 years in prison, making it clear that excuses won't erase the consequences of his actions. He's been given ample chances, but his failure to follow through has now caught up with him. If this case shocked you, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more courtroom breakdowns.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, if you could state your name for the record, please.
Amber Asher.
All right, you can lower your hand. Defense?
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Asher, good morning.
Or
What is your relationship with Dominic?
he's my oldest son.
Jason. Jason,
Thank you. Your Honor.
you're welcome.
Mr. Turner, I'm sorry. So he's your oldest son?
That's correct.
How many children do you have?
6.
And what do you do for a living, Ms. Asher?
I deliver for Uber.
Like Uber Eats? Okay, thank you. Oh, and just for clarification for the record, we'll need a,
Yes, that's correct.
thank you. So in the interview that Dominic provided to probation, he had mentioned that he was mostly raised from childhood by his aunt and uncle. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Can you explain to the court how he ended up in the custody of his aunt and uncle?
Due to domestic violence between his father, him, and his younger brother were both removed from my custody, and my aunt legally adopted them.
And just so the judge is aware, was this domestic violence? Were you charged with domestic violence? Were you an aggressor in these situations?
No, I was the victim.
Did you feel that because of that circumstances, you felt Dominic would have been safer in the custody of your aunt and uncle?
That's correct.
After he was put into the custody of your aunt and uncle, were you just no longer involved with his life?
I've always been there.
So you've played an active role in his upbringing?
That's correct.
Was Dominic's biological father, was he ever in the picture for him?
No, I think the last time Dominic saw him he was like 3.
3 years old?
So I'm sorry, I'm confused. So the person that she's saying was abusive to her, is that the defendant's biological father?
That's correct.
Okay, all right.
Sorry.
No,
Thank you. Would you please describe the judge, Dominic's character? Let's start, I guess, before this incident, and any change or growth in his character that you've seen since he was arrested on these charge.
I would have to say that before he was arrested on this charge, there was like tremendous maturity happening, and I won't say he made a mistake. He made some really bad choices in that time frame. My dad had just passed away like 2 months before that, and a lot was going on with me and him and his younger brother.
His younger brother being Isaiah?
That's correct.
Mhm.
And they kind of just lost their way for a while there. My dad was Dominic's best friend, the one that he always talked to. And then he felt like the one person who was always there for him was gone.
Since he was arrested for this charge, the aggravated robbery charge, how would you describe, I guess, the changes that he's made in his life, improvements, if any?
He started to get his life on track as far as employment and talked about school, getting his GED, and started to care about where his life was going instead of just being this empty shell every day.
What about any sort of changes in character since learning that he was to become a father?
He's very responsible. He's a great dad as far as I've seen so far. He does everything he can to try to help with the baby.
As far as you're aware, would there be potential issues in terms of raising the child if Dominic is not involved?
Financially, of course, and also she needs her dad.
Obviously, being his mother, knowing him since from birth, any history at all that Dominic had, of aggression or violence or acting out in anger, like was he getting into a lot of fights in school, anything like that?
No,
You had mentioned your younger son, Isaiah. Thank you. He was mentioned as well in Dominic's interview. Dominic admitted that Isaiah was the shooter in this incident. As far as you're aware, is that correct?
that is correct.
Where is Isaiah now?
He's TDC.
Is it because of this incident that he is there?
That's one of the incidents or the reason why he's there. He had numerous charges.
I know it's tough as a mother to talk about your children in this light, but would you describe Isaiah as being more of a troubled or violent individual compared to Dominic?
He's definitely more of fly off the handle than Dominic. Dominic more level headed than Isaiah's more rowdy. I don't know how else to explain him. Like,
That's fair. Could you please explain to the judge why you believe that Dominic is deserving of a chance on deferred adjudication rather than going to prison?
I think that's it right there. Is just a chance. He just needs a chance to not become a statistic of his. He made a horrible choice, and he knows that. And we just ask for mercy. That's all. He has to be accountable for his actions, and we understand that.
Is there anything else that you would like to inform the judge? Anything you feel is important for her to know about Dominic?
I just know that his heart's in the right place and his mind's in the right place, and he just needs. He wants to do things right and be a good productive member of society, a good man, a good father, and a good fiance to his girl. That's all.
Thank you, Mr. Councilman Chan.
All right, State.
Yes, Sean. But are you aware that your son is also accused of unauthorized use of a motor vehicle and theft of that motor vehicle on June 23rd, 2021?
That's correct.
Just one second. Excuse me, lady in the shirt. Who are you? No, who are you? Are you here? You're a friend? Well, friend, this is not visitation, and you're talking to inmates in the box. And let me tell you what the problem with that is. The problem with that, oh, don't give me attitude. The problem with that is the fact that the officers are in charge of security and you're messing with security. So friend of the person in the box, step outside the courtroom. And the friend in the box, this is not visitation. You need to do that at the jail. No. Okay, yes.
Yes, I am aware that he had those other two charges. One of the charges actually, the vehicle in question was actually stolen by my other son.
So I guess since you brought it up, your other son, so two of your sons, one being the oldest, and then Isaiah is the next one, is that correct?
That's correct.
So both of them are out car hopping. You know what that means?
Yes.
What does that mean?
They're basically going from car to car, getting whatever they can out of it.
Were they living with you at this time?
No,
Well, you stated that he didn't, the defendant in this case, your son, didn't he come to live with you when he was 17 or 18?
when he turned 18, he did.
Okay, so how old was he when he was committing these felonies? Because he has to be 18 or older, so he was staying with you when he was 18.
I'm sorry, stay just 1 second, excuse me. Guys, don't approach the court coordinator while we're on the record, because there's chatter over here, there's chatter in the box. It's making it difficult for me to hear on this very important case, which all the cases are important, and it's making it difficult for the court reporter to hear. All right, so you may continue.
So you're aware that, I mean, when he was committing theft of vehicle or unauthorized use of motor vehicle, he was staying with you, is that right?
At first, they'd go back and forth. It wasn't like one day he brought all his stuff and moved in. It was, he came, he stayed the weekend, and then it was, it kind of just solidified into like a permanent thing. Isaiah ended up going back to my aunt's because he didn't have a choice.
So to be fair, I mean, your sons and your children are moving from your house to somebody else's house. You don't know exactly where they are, do you?
I don't agree with that
Okay, so you know where they're at all times?
for the most part.
So on December 25th, going into December 26th, when this aggravated robbery where their shooting happened, you knew where they were on Christmas night?
I didn't know where they were at that time, no.
Okay, so now do you agree with me that you don't know where they're at all times?
Well, I don't think anybody knows where their children are at all times when they're at that age.
On Christmas night?
Well, I do have 4 other kids at home, so yeah, I mean,
But this one child of yours that's over the age of 18 staying with you, and then you also had a juvenile son that was charged with this aggravated robbery that went to TYC for this actual ag robbery. So you didn't know where your juvenile son was that night when he was committing ag robbery. Is that correct?
I mean, I guess that's correct, but like I
Okay.
said, my
Thank you.
aunt has custody of Isaiah and had custody of him at that time.
Okay. And actually, your son in this particular case is actually says that he's gonna return to the aunt and uncle's residence and stay there with his girlfriend, with their, I believe, the young child, the 9-month-old, is that right?
Yes,
And
that's right.
not with you, is that right?
That's correct.
No further questions, Your Honor.
All right, any other questions?
Just to follow up, Your Honor.
Yes.
How old is Dominic today?
20.
20 years old. So at the time that this occurred, roughly around 18 years old. Does that sound right, or is that incorrect?
That's correct.
Were at that time, were you keeping tabs on him at all times? Or was he of the age where he was? Let me rephrase it this way. At 18, is he an adult?
Yes, I need.
I'm sorry, just to rephrase, at that age of 18, is he considered an adult?
Yes.
No further question.
All right, any other questions?
No questions, Your Honor.
I just have a few questions, if there's no objection.
No objection.
State, Your Honor.
All right, so were your parental rights terminated?
No, I actually relinquished my rights. It was an ongoing CPS case, and they basically told me I had ran out of time. They'd already given me an extension.
So that means that there was a legal case, am I correct?
Yes,
And as a part of that legal case, there were certain things you had to complete.
before I relinquished my rights. That's
No,
correct.
there were certain things that you had to complete because they were giving you a chance to have your children in your custody, correct?
That's correct.
So what did you not complete?
I actually didn't complete, well, I didn't maintain my sobriety at that time.
Okay.
So I went into inpatient.
All right. Thank you so much for coming in and giving me some insight into your son. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, call your next witness.
Defense will not call Dominic Burton.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand. Make sure you keep your voice up so the court reporter can hear.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state your name for the record.
Dominic Burton.
All right, defense.
Thank you, Your Honor. Dominic, do you understand why we're here today?
I do understand.
You understand that you are facing the potential possibility if the judge follows this agreement for a maximum of 8 years in prison.
I do understand.
What are you asking of the judge today?
Your Honor, I really just want to ask for forgiveness. If I had the chance to speak to the victim and let him know how sorry I am and how like bad I feel for the incident and what went down that night, I wish I could come up with the words to apologize to him. I really don't think that there's enough words or things that I can say to him that is gonna make it better. I was traumatized that day. I was also shot, and I just can't imagine how traumatized that his family and he is. And if I had the opportunity to apologize, I would do so. I don't think that that would take it away or make things better. But if I had the opportunity to go back in time and fix things and not do them the way that I did them, I would. I really am just praying and asking that you give me a chance, Your Honor. I make some very bad choices and I'm trying to turn that around. I didn't have a father figure to tell me like the right from wrong. So I learned the hard way. And this is one of those many times that I'm learning the hard way. I just please ask you that you give me a little bit of leniency and push for the probation instead of prison time. So that way I can be there around my daughter while she grows up and she doesn't have to grow up without a father like I did. The same thing as my fiance. She grew up without her father and I don't want that for my baby girl. I was also molested as a kid. And I don't want that for my daughter. I don't want her to not have her parents around to watch her, to know that she's okay 25/8. I don't want her to make the wrong choices that I did. And I don't want her to have to grow up without a father figure. I am extremely sorry for my actions and my part in the incident, but I really do not believe that I deserve time because I didn't play the part in shooting the gun and I take full responsibility for my actions. I was there and I made that decision to do so. I just hope that the victim can find some type of forgiveness for me. And I hope that you can understand that I really was just a broken soul at that time. And I'm really trying to turn myself around now, man. I really am. And I'm doing everything I can to do so. I'm working, I'm providing for my baby girl. I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing. I haven't had any violations on my monitor. I've gone to and from work, done what I was supposed to do. And I will do more to prove that I am capable of succeeding and growing and becoming a better man as time goes by. I'll do any type of counseling, any type of anger management problems, anything. I want to do whatever it is that I can to rehabilitate myself and better myself as a man, as a father, as a son, as an individual. Like I really hope that you can forgive me, Your Honor, and that you understand that I'm not a criminal. I just made some very wrong choices and I'm doing my best to fix them and turn around.
Dominic, you had mentioned about forgiveness. So just to be clear, are you asking the judge for a chance on deferred adjudication?
Yes, Your Honor, that's exactly what I'm asking.
You had also mentioned to the judge, willingness to do whatever he orders. But let me ask you this: do you personally believe that you are in need of counseling and classes, parenting classes, self-help classes? Do you feel like that's what you need internally?
Yes, I do. I'm always trying to better myself, and at this point in time, like right now, I'm focused on that 100%. Like that's my main goal is to better myself as a human being. I made some very bad choices, and I'm not trying to go back down that road that I went down. I had dealt with the loss of my grandpa, and he was the closest thing to a father figure I had.
What sort of goals do you have in life? Do you have a career path? Any
Um,
sort of plans that you have for your future?
Honestly, if you would have asked me 10 years ago or 15 years ago what I wanted to be when I grow up, I would have said that I wanted to be a dad, and I've gotten that wish come true. I just really hope that I can spend that time with my daughter and not have to be taken away from her.
What plans do you have in place to be a better father to your daughter?
I plan to be around and provide, to love her unconditionally, on a level that I never was shown. Um, I just want to be there for her. I think that that's the most important thing mentally is she needs that support. She needs me around. And if she doesn't have me around, I think that she's just going to be a loose end.
I'll pass it.
All right, state.
Yes, you stated you're not a criminal, is that correct?
Yes,
How many cars have you burglarized?
I don't know. I don't know, sir.
I mean, too many to count.
Yes, sir.
Okay, because it's called car hopping, where you would go around a neighborhood or apartment complex and check doors to see if they're unlocked and then burglarize the vehicle.
Yes, sir.
And that's a criminal, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you don't know how many cars that you've done. The night that this happened, on Christmas night, going into the day after Christmas, your brother had a gun with him,
Yes.
and you knew he had a gun with him.
No, I did not.
You didn't.
I had no idea he had a weapon.
So the two of y'all are burglarizing vehicles, and your brother has a gun, and you don't know he has a gun, and your brother used that gun on the victim in this case, and then also including you. He shot you also in that act. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So after it happened, what did y'all do?
Well, after the whole incident, I had went straight home and I rinsed my arm off. That's what I did, and I wrapped it up.
What'd y'all do for the victim? Nothing. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.
All right. May I ask a question, or do you have more questions?
I have no further questions.
Right. So there's this vehicle, and there are Christmas gifts in the vehicle. And I read the stipulations. I always reread those, and I read the PSI report. So these people were taking Christmas gifts out of their car because it's Christmas time. They leave their door open, as people sometimes do, because they're trying to load the Christmas gifts in, probably preparing Christmas for their children, because Santa Claus is real. So trying to make sure that they know that Santa Claus was able to stop by the house, and you and your brother decide to take their Christmas gifts. Were you able to take some of their Christmas gifts?
Your Honor, I don't believe that I grabbed anything out of the car.
Well, you and your brother, because you and your brother were doing this together. Were you able to take some of their Christmas gifts?
I believe so, yes, ma'am.
Well, I mean, not believe so. You know if there were packages wrapped in your vehicle or not.
Well, it was a pretty traumatizing experience for me. Like my brother had just shot me, and I went to
Well, I mean, your brother shot you by accident. He was trying to shoot the complainant, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you took some of their Christmas gifts. I would like to know, when you went back home to wash the blood off your arm,
Yes, Your
what
Honor.
happened to their Christmas gifts?
I don't know, because I didn't go that far. My brother dropped me off at the house, and he did what he did with the rest of the stuff.
And what did your uncle ask you? Because I see your uncle was trying to help you with the gunshot wound to
Yes,
your
sir.
arm. What did your uncle do?
I had told him that my brother had shot me, and that's when he got in hydrogen peroxide. We just cleaned it and I wrapped it up.
Did anybody search for a bullet? Was this like Rambo, where somebody has some, gunpowder and they put it in the wound and light it? What did he do? Oh, a visual.
It's right here.
Okay.
That's the one that came out right here.
Oh, so he knew that there was an exit wound?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure. There was one hole right here and one right here. So.
And what did your brother say to you when you told him he had shot you? Did he say you're on your own?
Like, it wasn't really like that. It was more like he didn't know what to do.
Was it like a scene out of the movie where you see in a movie where somebody gets shot and they just say, we got to help him. And then they just drop him off at the hospital door and keep going? Or did he just drop you off at your uncle's house?
I just got dropped off and cleaned it. And then that's when I was taken to my mom's from there.
All right, you know, then that day you ruined somebody's Christmas.
I understand.
And you understand that the complainant was shot
Yes,
and they didn't go to their uncle's house. They had to go to the hospital.
I understand.
All right, any other questions?
No further.
All right, any other witnesses?
No further witness.
All right, the court will hear argument. State,
State's asking for 8 years in TDC, Your Honor.
all right, defense.
Your Honor, defense will be asking the court to take into consideration all that has been presented today and give Mr. Brinkley a chance on deferred adjudication. You've heard his history, his coming up. He's mentioned that he didn't have a really good, I guess, father figure in his life. He had his mother that was there to help raise him, even though she had really.
Just 1 second. I'm sorry. You probably may need to start breathing through your mouth because I see you're hyperventilating.
I have an anxiety disorder.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
So you probably want to take some deep breaths.
Yeah, because she's one on it.
Sure.
I'm not sure he's cooled off.
Whenever. All right, so I hear your,
We've heard the story of his upbringing. You know, even though his mother relinquished her rights, she tried her best to stay in his life as much as possible. But he's admitted to the court that he felt that he just didn't have the right tools in his upbringing to help him. You know, he's gone through some very traumatic experiences in his life, being molested, and he admitted to that to the probation officer. I will admit to the court that was the first time I heard that information as well. It was news to me. He expressed in that report that incident had a huge impact on his life. It led him down a spiral of depression, anxiety, he kind of closed himself off. And that led to some, as he described, some very bad choices. Breaking into vehicles seemed to be what his main outlet was. But I think it's very clear from the testimony and from the admissions that he made to the officers and what he's explained to the court that Mr. Brinkley himself, he's not a violent person. He's not the type of person to go out with a gun and looking to harm anybody. I think I don't want to say wrong place, wrong time, because that's not the right word here. It's just, he made a bad choice and he happened to be put into the situation where his brother escalated things to the point where nobody wants to see. And I know that Mr. Brinkley is extremely sorry about what happened. And like he said, there's no way that he can ever express how sorry he is or ever take it back or ever make it better. The person who was responsible for the actual harm is sitting right now in TDC custody.
all
We're
right.
we're just asking for the court to take into consideration Mr. Brinkley's role in this. He is willing to take responsibility. He understands his role in it as well. Just give him a chance for adjudication, 10 years if the court feels necessary. He hasn't had an opportunity to be guided in the right path. You know, he's begging the court for counseling. He's reaching out for a hand, asking for help. He's got this newborn child. Parenting classes are obviously needed. Moral recognition therapy, cognitive behavioral therapy. I mean, anything that can be available to Mr. Brinkley.
All
I
right,
know that not
here's
only
my
will-
question though.
Yes, Judge.
Why would somebody who has an aggravated robbery pending decide to get with someone and have a child until they know what's happening with this?
It's all about the choices you're making.
Yeah.
I mean, but he
Those
does
are
have-
just questions because this aggravated robbery date on it is 2021. So it's not like he had the baby beforehand because they've just told me the baby is months old. So why would people do that, knowing that this is there and then come to the court and say, my child is going to need a father?
Say something, please, Your Honor.
Oh, sure.
I chose to have my daughter because that was one of the many goals that I wanted to accomplish in life. And
To have a child
I wanted to be a father because
while you have an aggravated robbery
honestly,
pending.
ma'am, I wasn't thinking about that. When I got the charge, I didn't get the charge. I got it when I got arrested late in November and my girl was pregnant in August. So I honestly was.
I mean, but you had to have known that this was coming down the pipeline because
that's
you've
why.
been shot and the complainant's been shot.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
you decided to get into a relationship and to have a child. Did you tell her about this aggravated robbery that was pending before you all decided to be in a relationship, or did you drop it on her after you were in a relationship?
She had known about it when I had told her about my gunshot wound to my arm.
Oh, so before you all got into a relationship.
No, it was after our relationship. We had gotten into a relationship after the incident.
See, here's the thing. I don't know why people continue to let people meet their publicists instead of their true selves, because the right way to do things, you should have sat down with her and say, I would love to be in a relationship with you. Let me tell you what's going on in my life. I have a pending aggravated robbery, because maybe she would have said, you know what? I want to be in a relationship with you, but we shouldn't have children at this point in time because we don't know what's going to happen with your case. Instead, you all go out and decide to have a relationship, have a child that's months old, then come to the court and use the child for the court as judge. I want to be a father to my child. I don't want my child not to have a father. And then bringing an infant down here who's that age, as I said, to a nasty courtroom. This courtroom is filled with germs. The only other place that's probably has more germ is the jail and the hospital. My grandmother would always say, when you go to the hospital, you need to get out as quickly as possible because it's filled with germs. And no matter how they try to clean it, it's true. So then you want to bring a baby here for me to see. Oh, cute little baby. Don't take its father away.
Your Honor, honestly, we didn't have somebody to watch her. The person who left was our ride here. And that
I hope that wasn't a complete stranger you all had watching the baby.
No,
I hope it's somebody you can trust.
yes,
I hope it's somebody you all did a background check on.
Your Honor.
Okay. All right. With regards to the amount that's owed to the complainant in this case, I see an amount that was paid to victims of crime compensation fund of $24,000. And I'm assuming that's the amount that was due the complainant.
Your Honor, I did see that, the complainant didn't respond to the PSI report. So the state would say that that's the portion that's owed back to the victims.
Okay.
Compensation.
All right. So I'm sorry, counsel, you may continue.
I actually don't remember where I left off, Your Honor. Well, I guess,
You were telling me about his history and that you learned about his physical abuse that happened to him as he told the
Yes.
court today.
and just knowing that the impact that had on his life and the spiral that drew him down. I don't know. And so he's reaching out to the court, Your Honor, for a chance, not only to stay out of prison, but to be a better person. He wants to learn these things. He wants to go to counseling. He wants to be a better person. And I think that in terms of from other people that I've seen come through this criminal justice system, I think that is a big improvement in terms of, others that, and just to show to the court that he's not here to play around. He's not here to just simply ask for a chance. He is begging for that chance and asking for an opportunity to be a better person and be a better father, and to make things right as best as he can.
All right. State. All right. Mr. Brinkley, I want to let you know that I listened to everything. I've internalized everything. I listened to your mother. I know you had a bad upbringing. I know that your mother did not complete her service plan. That's why her rights were terminated, or that's right, the reason she decided to relinquish. Because I know in CPS cases, you have up to a year to get your life in order. They give you a year where you actually have a free babysitter, and all you have to do is do your parenting class to stay clean and sober. I'm sure she had a choice to make, because I would tell my clients all the time over there, either you want your man or you want your children. Who do you choose? And they would always tell me, oh no, I want my children. Next thing you know, what ends up happening? They're back with the man and their children have to go wherever they go because they get their rights terminated. So I understand. I understand your upbringing was bad. I understand that you have a baby that you want to be there for, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
But I have to balance things and look at both things. Nothing really stopped you from your criminal activities because you said you were car hopping. And I appreciate the fact that you're being 100% honest with the court. Sentencing is about one of the things, it's for rehabilitation, right? But it's also for punishment. Even when I place people on probation, yes, I want them to get rehabilitated, but it's also for punishment. And in your case, if I send you to prison, it's punishment and rehabilitation. This case is going to be a prison case. I know that you are young, but you will still have time to live your life. I'm going to find you guilty, sentence you to 8 years in the prison. There's credit for any time served, $1,500 fine, time and money to run concurrent, take in consideration 2022 CR 5308, 2023 CR 0224. There's to be no contact with Martin Hernandez, affirmative finding of deadly weapon. There's to be restitution to the victim of crime compensation fund in the amount of $24,630.40. Showing you what's entitled trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it? All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. We can go off the record. Here's the thing, you're young.
Yes, Your
I
Honor.
know this seems like a lot of time, and any time behind bars is a lot of time, but make use of your time. Don't become institutionalized, learn. You'll still be able to get out of prison and be in your child's life. You understand?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you.
Please subscribe to help the channel.
In the end, the judge delivered a firm sentence, 8 years in prison. The emotional toll, his troubled upbringing, and his plea for redemption couldn't outweigh the seriousness of his crimes. A young man who's lost his way, but could this be his chance for real change? If this case had you on the edge of your seat, drop a like, share your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe for more courtroom dramas and real-life stories.